Welcome to our channel. Have you ever found yourself looking back on a conversation or interaction and wondering, was she trying to tell me something? So you're not alone. Many guys completely miss the subtle, thoughtful ways women show interest, and the cost can be high, not just in missed romantic opportunities, but in losing out on meaningful connections altogether. The truth is, when women show they're interested, they often do it in ways that feel natural, respectful, and understated. These aren't flashy gestures or dramatic confessions. They're thoughtful signals that invite you to engage without pressure or discomfort. The problem: most guys don't recognize these signs and let those moments pass by. This video is here to change that. We uncover the subtle cues women give when they're interested, cues that are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. These aren't just signs for romantic relationships, they're insights that can help you improve your communication and understanding of people overall. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer picture of what to look for and how to respond in a way that builds trust and connection. And if you're finding value in these insights, make sure to subscribe to Psychology Tips for daily videos about human behavior, self-improvement, and building stronger relationships. Let's dive in and explore the signals you've been overlooking. It's time to stop missing out and start connecting. Number 1, she initiates conversation, understanding the reasons behind this common sign. When someone goes out of their way to start a conversation, it's often a meaningful gesture that can reflect interest, respect, and a desire to connect. For men, recognizing why a woman might take the initiative to engage in dialogue can provide valuable insight into her intentions and help foster better communication. Here's a breakdown of the key reasons a woman might initiate a conversation, explained with thoughtful detail and without any inappropriate undertones. 1. She values your perspective. When a woman starts a conversation, it often reflects her interest in your thoughts, opinions, or experiences. She might ask for your input on a topic, share her thoughts to invite your response, or seek to learn more about your views. This demonstrates respect for your perspective and a genuine desire to hear your ideas. For example, she might say, "I noticed you're really into photography. What kind of camera do you use?" This isn't just small talk. It's her way of opening the door to a deeper exchange of ideas and showing she values what you have to say. 2. She feels comfortable around you. Initiating conversation often signals comfort and trust. If a woman consistently engages you in dialogue, it could mean she feels safe and at ease in your presence. This is a strong foundation for any connection, as comfort leads to more open and meaningful communication. For instance, she might bring up light-hearted topics such as a funny story from her day to test the waters and gauge your response. Her comfort level allows to take the first step in starting a dialogue. 3. She's curious about you. Initiating a conversation can also reflect genuine curiosity. She might ask about your hobbies, recent experience, expenses, or even your favorite books or movies, because she's interested in learning more about who you are. This is her way of signaling that she finds you intriguing and wants to connect on a more personal level. For example, she might ask, "What made you decide to take up hiking?" "I've always wanted to try it by doing this." She's inviting you to share more about yourself, signaling her interest in getting to know you better, for she's building a connection. Starting a conversation is one of the most effective ways to build rapport and strengthen bonds. When a woman takes the initiative, it often means she values the connection she's building with you and wants to nurture it. This might involve starting conversations about shared interests, recent events, or even simple observations. Like, "That presentation you gave was really insightful. How long have you been working on it?" Such efforts help lay the groundwork for a deeper relationship, whether it's friendship or something more meaningful. 5. She appreciates mutual engagement. Initiating conversations can also show that she values two-way interactions. Instead of waiting for you to make the first move, she might step up to ensure both parties are equally involved in the exchange. This reflects a balanced and respectful dynamic, where she's willing to contribute and invest in meaningful interactions. For example, she might comment on a topic she knows you're passionate about. Like, I heard your classical music. Do you have a favorite composer? This approach demonstrates her intention to keep the conversation engaging and collaborative. Number 2. Her attention is focused on you. One of the clearest signs of interest, yet often overlooked, is when someone focuses their attention on you during a conversation or interaction. This kind of attentiveness goes beyond politeness. It shows genuine care, curiosity, and a desire to connect. Here's a deeper look at why this happens, how to recognize it. 1. Active listening. A cornerstone of attentiveness, active listening is one of the clearest signs of focused attention. It goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves being fully present and engaged in the conversation. Active listeners show they value the person they're speaking with through behaviors, such as offering thoughtful responses instead of giving generic or surface-level replies. They respond in a way that demonstrates understanding. For example, if you share a challenge, you're facing an active listener might say, "That sounds really difficult. Have you thought about trying X?" rather than just saying, "Oh, that's tough." Asking follow-up questions, genuine interest, often leads to curiosity. If someone asks specific questions about what you've shared, it's a sign they're engaged. For instance, if you mention a hobby, they might ask, "How did you get started with that?" Or, "What's your favorite part about it?" Paraphrasing or summarizing this shows they've understood what you've said, for example. So you're saying that you prefer working on creative projects because they're more fulfilling than routine tasks. Active listening conveys respect and a desire to truly understand the other person, making it a foundational sign of attentiveness. 2. Maintaining comfortable eye contact. Eye contact is a non-cue that plays a significant role in communication. When someone maintains comfortable, natural eye contact during a conversation, it's a clear sign of focus and engagement. Here's why eye contact matters. Sign of attentiveness by looking directly at you. They're showing they're fully present in the interaction. It's a way of saying, "You have my attention." Building trust-sustained eye contact helps build a sense of trust and connection. It communicates sincerity and openness, which are essential for meaningful interactions, avoiding distractions in a world full of constant distractions. Someone who maintains eye contact is showing they're prioritizing the conversation over external interruptions. It's important to note that eye contact should feel natural. Overly intense or prolonged eye contact can feel uncomfortable, while avoiding eye contact entirely may signal disinterest or distraction. Balance is key. 3. Remembering details you've shared. One of the most telling signs of genuine interest is when someone remembers small details about you. This shows that they're not only listening, but also valuing and retaining the information you've shared. Examples include recalling past conversations. If you mentioned a project you're working on or an event you're looking forward to, and they follow up by asking how it went, it's a strong indicator of attentiveness. Noting personal preferences, remembering things like your favorite coffee order, a book you've been reading, or a hobby you've mentioned, demonstrates care and thoughtfulness. Acknowledging milestones. If someone makes an effort to recognize significant events in your life, such as a birthday or achievement, it's a clear sign they're paying attention and want to show support. This type of attentiveness fosters trust and makes interactions more meaningful, as it reflects a genuine interest in who you are. For using positive and open body language. Body language often speaks louder than words. When someone's attention is focused on you, their body language typically reflects it. Here are some common indicators. Facing you directly, turning their body toward you, shows they're fully engaged in the interaction. Leaning slightly forward. This subtle gesture signals interest and attentiveness. Mirroring your movements. When someone subconsciously mirrors your gestures or posture, It's often a sign of rapport and connection, avoiding distractions. They're not looking at their phone, glancing around the room, or fidgeting excessively. Instead, their focus remains on you. Open and positive body language creates a sense of comfort and encourages deeper, more meaningful conversations. 5. Offering time and presence in today's busy world. Time is one of the most valuable things someone can give if a person consistently makes time to talk to you, check in, or spend time together. It's a strong indication of their interest and focus. Examples include prioritizing your conversations, whether it's replying promptly to your messages or taking the time for a phone call. These actions show they value staying connected. Number 3, playful teasing or light humor. Playful teasing and light humor are common and powerful ways people show interest in others. They help create a comfortable and enjoyable atmosphere, fostering connection and mutual understanding. While these behaviors might seem casual or inconsequential, they often carry deeper meaning. Here's why playful teasing or light humor can be a sign someone is into you. What is playful teasing? Playful teasing is a light-hearted way of engaging with another person by poking fun at harmless quirks, behaviors, or preference, as it's not about belittling or hurting someone, but rather about creating moments of shared laughter and mutual understanding. Think of it as a playful nudge that says, I notice you, and I'm comfortable enough to share this fun moment with you. Like humor, on the other hand, refers to the use of jokes, witty remarks, or amusing observations to create a cheerful and relaxed atmosphere. Together, they serve as social tools that help people bond, break the ice, and express interest in a way that feels natural and unpressured. Why playful teasing and light humor are important when they build rapport and ease tension. Every strong relationship begins with a foundation of comfort and trust. Playful teasing and light humor are effective tools for breaking down barriers and creating a sense of ease between people. When someone teases you gently or shares a humor remark, they're signaling that they want the interaction to feel relaxed and enjoyable. For example, imagine you're meeting someone for the first time and they notice you're wearing mismatched socks. If they say with a smile, "Wow, starting a new trend," they're not mocking you. They're using humor to lighten the mood and establish a friendly connection. 2. They show observational skills and genuine interest. Playful teasing often stems from noticing small details about someone's personality, preferences, or habits. This attention to detail reveals that the person is paying close attention and is genuinely engaged in the interaction. For instance, if you frequently order the same coffee and someone teases you by saying, "Let me guess the usual," it shows they've taken the time to notice your habits. Such moments can feel special because they highlight that the other person values your presence enough to remember these details. 3. They foster shared moments and inside jokes. Inside jokes and shared humorous moments create a unique bond between two people. These are the kinds of interactions that make relationships feel special and distinct. When someone teases you or shares a joke, they're inviting you into a moment that belongs solely to the two of you. For example, if you've ever laughed with someone over a funny misunderstanding or a mutual quirk, you've experienced how humor can deepen a connection. These shared experiences create memories and strengthen the relationship. 4. They reflect positive energy and intentions. Humor, especially light-hearted and playful humor, is a sign of positive energy. When someone makes an effort to tease or joke with you, they're often expressing their enjoyment of the interaction and their desire to make it pleasant for both of you. It's a way of saying, "I'm happy to be here with you." This positive energy is contagious and can transform a routine interaction into a meaningful moment. It shows that the person values the time you're spending together and wants to make it enjoyable. 5. They help gauge compatibility. Playful teasing and light humor can also serve as a way to test the waters and assess compatibility. When someone teases you or shares a joke, They're looking to see how you respond. A shared sense of humor is often a strong indicator of compatibility, whether it's in a friendship or a romantic context. If you respond with laughter or a witty remark of your own, it signals that you're comfortable and enjoy their company. This mutual exchange of humor can pave the way for a stronger bond. The characteristics of healthy, playful teasing. It's important to note that not all teasing is created equal. Healthy, playful teasing has the following characteristics. Respectful, is never intended to hurt, embarrass, or demean the other person. Instead, it's light-hearted and considerate, context appropriate. It's based on the dynamics of the relationship and the situation. For example, teasing about someone's funny habit might be appropriate, but teasing about sensitive topics is not inclusive. It invites the other person to join in the humor rather than feel excluded or singled out. Reciprocal, healthy teasing often goes both ways. If someone teases you playfully, they're usually open to being teased back in a similar manner. Number 4. Understanding positive body language. When we communicate, the words we speak often get the most attention. However, much of what we convey in interactions isn't through language at all. It's through non-verbal cues, like body language. Language research shows that up to 93% of communication is non-verbal, with 55% attributed to body language, 38% to tone of voice, and only 7% to the actual words we say. Positive body language in particular plays a critical role in how we establish trust, create rapport, and form lasting connections. In this video, we will explore the various elements of positive body language, why they matter, and how they can be used to improve both personal and professional relationships. Understanding these cues will not only help you interpret the signals others are sending, but will also enable you to communicate more effectively through your own body language. The power of eye contact, how it builds trust and engagement. Eye contact is often the first thing people notice when interacting with others. When someone looks you in the eye, it sends a strong signal that are focused, interested, and actively listening to what you are saying. It creates an unspoken bond that can significantly enhance the quality of your conversations. Why eye contact is important. Eye contact can convey many things, from attentiveness and sincerity to empathy and connection. When someone maintains eye contact with you, it's a sign that they value your presence and are genuinely interested in what you have to say. It can also indicate respect and help to foster mutual trust in a social or professional setting. The way people use eye contact can greatly influence the dynamic of the relationship. Someone who avoids eye contact may come across as disinterested, insecure, or even evasive. On the other hand, prolonged eye contact may be perceived as intimidating or uncomfortable, depending on the context. The key is finding a natural balance, looking at someone long enough to demonstrate attentiveness, but also breaking eye contact occasionally to avoid making the interaction feel too intense. When to use eye contact in any conversation, aim for steady but not overpowering eye contact. This could be around 60 to 70% of the time during a discussion. If you're speaking to someone in a group or addressing a larger audience, making occasional eye contact with various individuals will help them feel included and engaged. Conversely, if you're talking one-on-one, making eye contact at regular intervals will keep the conversation more personal and connected to open body posture. Why your stance says more than words. Our posture plays a vital role in how others perceive us and our intentions. Open body language involves positioning your body in ways that are inviting, relaxed, and confident. Why open posture is effective. Open body language typically involves gestures such as uncrossed arms, uncrossed legs, and facing the person you're engaged in with. When we keep our body language open, we signal that we are approachable and receptive. This type of posture encourages trust and cooperation, helping to make the other person feel comfortable and at ease. For example, imagine meeting someone at a social event or a business conference. If they're standing with their arms crossed and their body turned slightly away from you, you may interpret this as defensive behavior or a sign that they're not fully engaged, on the other hand. If they stand with their chest open, their arms relaxed by their sides and their torso angled toward you, this would signal an interest in connecting and building rapport. Using open posture to build rapport when engaging in conversations. Avoid crossing your arms or legs, as this can be perceived as a barrier or sign of defensiveness. Instead, focus on relaxing your muscles and adopting a more open stance. Even when seated, leaning slightly forward can show engagement and attentiveness. Avoid slouching or turning away from the other person, as this may make them feel disconnected or unimportant. 3. Smiling, the universal sign of approachability. Smiling is one of the most universally recognized expressions of friendliness, warmth, and happiness. It's a simple gesture that can have a profound effect on how others perceive us and on how we build relationships. Why smiling matters. A smile naturally makes us appear more approachable and likable. Whether we're meeting someone for the first time or interacting with a close friend, smiling fosters a positive atmosphere and helps reduce tension. Studies have shown that when people smile, it triggers the release of endorphins, the feel-good hormones in both the person smiling and the one receiving the smile. Smiling isn't just about the physical expression itself. It also communicates positivity and openness. It says, "I'm happy to see you and I'm open to engaging with you." It's a gesture that can break down barriers and make others feel comfortable in your presence. How to use smiling in communication. To ensure your smile comes across as genuine, think about the positive emotions or experiences you associate with the person or the situation. A warm, natural smile will engage your eyes and soften your expression. It's not just about turning up the corners of your lips, it's about conveying authenticity and goodwill. 4. Mirroring, the silent expression of connection. Mirroring is the unconscious act of mimicking another person's body language, gestures, or movement. It happens naturally when we feel comfortable and connected with someone, whether it's subtly imitating their posture, speech patterns, or even their facial expressions. Mirroring signals that we are in tune with energy. Why mirroring builds rapport. When people mirror each other, it creates a sense of harmony and understanding. This subconscious mimicry is a sign that we are connecting on a deeper level. Mirroring shows empathy and indicates that we are attuned to the other person's feelings and reactions. For instance, if you're talking to someone and they begin to adjust their posture or gesture in similar ways to you, it's an unspoken signal that they feel a sense of mutual understanding and trust. It's also a sign that they are comfortable with you, as mirroring tends to happen when we feel relaxed and at ease. How to use mirroring to strengthen relationships. Although mirroring often happens naturally, you can also practice it deliberately to build rapport in a conversation. Try subtly matching the other person's tone of voice, pacing, or body position. This will make them feel more connected to you, increase in the chances of developing a positive and harmonious relationship. 5. Leaning forward. How proximity enhances connection. Leaning forward during a conversation is a powerful way to show that you are actively engaged and interested in what the other person has to say. This slight shift in body position conveys attentiveness and helps to build a rapport. Why leaning forward is significant. Leaning forward during a conversation typically signals that we're invested in the discussion and care about the speaker's perspective. It's a gesture that shows attentiveness, curiosity, and respect for the other person's ideas. If you lean slightly forward in a conversation, it indicates that you are focused on the interaction and not distracted by other things. This body language cue is particularly important when you're in a conversation with someone who may feel anxious or uncertain. A slight lean forward can reassure them that you are listening carefully and valuing their input. How to use leaning forward to show engagement when you're engaged in a one-on-one conversation. Lean forward slightly without invading the other person's personal space. Avoid leaning too far forward, as this can make the other person feel uncomfortable or press it. The key is to maintain a balanced posture while showing that you're invested in the conversation. 6. Relaxed movements. How calmness and control influence perception. Relaxed, controlled movements convey confidence and self-assurance. People who exhibit calm body language come across as composed, competent, and capable of handling the situation at hand. Why relaxed movements are important. Overly fidgety or tense movements can communicate anxiety or nervousness. When people are calm and relaxed, their body language becomes smoother, which reflects their ability to handle the moment with ease. This creates a sense of stability and security for those around them, allowing them to trust the individual more readily. How to cultivate relaxed body language. If you're feeling nervous or tense, try to focus on controlling your movements. Take slow, deep breaths to calm your body and avoid excessive gestures or movements. By maintaining composure, you'll send a signal that you are in control of the situation and capable of navigating any challenges that arise. 7. The subtle tilt of the head. How small movements signal engagement. A small tilt of the head is another non-verbal cue that signals interest and attentiveness. This gesture is often associated with curiosity and open-mindedness. Why head tilts matter. When someone tilts their head slightly while listening, it signals that they are engaged and want to learn more. It's an expression of curiosity and a sign that the person is invested in understanding what you're saying. The head tilt is often paired with eye contact and a gentle smile, reinforcing the message that the individual is interested and receptive. 5. The unspoken language, positive body language. Body language is a universal form of communication that often speaks louder than words, unlike verbal cues which can be carefully chosen. Body language is more instinctive and reflective of true feelings. Positive body language is a powerful indicator of comfort, interest, and connection. Open posture. When someone's body is oriented toward you with an open posture, it's a clear sign they're engaged and comfortable. This includes facing you directly if they position their body squarely toward you. It's a non-verbal way of saying, "You have my full attention." This contrasts with turning away or angling their body elsewhere, which might indicate distraction or discomfort. Relaxed gestures. Open hands, uncrossed arms, and a relaxed stance all convey openness and receptivity. These gestures suggest that there are ease in your presence and welcome interaction. Eye contact is one of the most direct and impactful forms of nonverbal communication. Maintaining steady but natural eye contact shows attentiveness and respect. Here's what to look for. Engaged eye contact. If they look at you while you're speaking, it signals they're fully present in the conversation. Smiling with their eyes. A genuine smile often reaches the eyes, creating a warm and friendly expression. This type of eye contact conveys sincerity and comfort. Conversely, avoiding eye contact or frequently looking around might indicate distraction or discomfort. Leaning in. When someone leans slightly toward you during a conversation, it's a strong sign of engagement. This gesture shows they're interested in what you're saying, want to reduce the physical distance to foster a sense of closeness. It's a subtle but powerful way of signaling connection without words. Mirroring. Mirroring is a fascinating aspect of body language where someone subconsciously imitates your movements or posture. For example, if you cross your legs or rest your chin on your hand, they might do the same. This behavior indicates rapport and alignment, showing that they're in sync with you on a subconscious level. Smiles and laughter. A genuine smile is one of the most positive and welcoming forms of body language. When someone frequently smiles while interacting with you, it's a sign that enjoying your company. Similarly, laughter, especially when it's spontaneous and heartfelt, indicates they find your presence uplifting and pleasant. Subtle gestures. Small, subtle gestures can also convey interest and comfort, such as nodding while listening. This indicates they're following along and agree with what you're saying. Tilting their head, a slight head tilt, can show curiosity and attentiveness, gesturing toward you using hand movements to emphasize points while facing. You shows they focused on the interaction. Why these signs matter. Understanding these cues is crucial because they help you recognize when someone values your presence and wants to build a connection. These behaviors aren't limited to romantic interest. They're foundational in all types of relationships, from friendships to professional collaborations. Building trust: when someone takes the initiative to connect with you and demonstrates positive body language, it fosters trust. These actions show they're genuine, approachable, and interested in creating a positive interaction, encouraging reciprocity. Recognizing these signs also allows you to reciprocate effectively when you respond with similar enthusiasm and openness. It strengthens the bond and encourages further connection. Improving communication: by paying attention to both verbal and non-verbal cues, you can become a more effective communicator. Understanding these signs helps you interpret others' feelings and intentions accurately, leading to deeper and more meaningful interaction actions. Number 6. She compliments you thoughtfully: what it really means and why it's important. Compliments can be a simple, pleasant way to acknowledge someone's qualities or actions, but when a woman offers you a thoughtful compliment, it often signals something much deeper. These are the kinds of compliments that go beyond the surface and offer insight into her appreciation of you as a person. A thoughtful compliment is not just a casual remark. It's an indic that she values your character, your contributions, and the way you engage with the world around you. If you're paying attention, these compliments can help you understand more about the connection you share with her and reveal a lot about her feelings. But why does it matter when someone compliments you thoughtfully, especially in the context of relationships and interactions? In this article, we explore what it really means when a woman gives you a meaningful compliment, the reasons behind it, and how you can interpret these signals correctly. By the end, you'll understand why these compliments are not just about making you feel good. They are essential tools for building deeper connections. What does a thoughtful compliment look like to start? Let's examine what a thoughtful compliment actually is on the surface. A compliment may simply be a statement that makes someone feel appreciated. However, a thoughtful compliment tends to go a step further. It's usually specific, personal, and often highlights something that isn't immediately obvious. For example, while a general compliment might be, "You look great today," a thoughtful one could be, "I really admire how confident you were in that meeting." Even when the discussion got tough, a thoughtful compliment speaks to the substance of who you are, your behavior, your choices, and the impact you have on those around you. It shows that the person giving the compliment is paying close attention, understanding your actions, and is genuinely invested in your growth and well-being. 1. It shows she's paying attention to the details. One of the most significant aspects of a thoughtful compliment is that it reveals someone has been paying close attention to you. When a woman gives you a compliment that focuses on something specific, whether it's how you handled a difficult situation or how you treated someone with kindness, it signals that she notices the little things about you. These details are not always obvious to everyone, but when someone takes the time to recognize them, it can feel deeply meaningful. For example, if she compliments you for the way you managed a team project or praised you for handling a stressful situation with calmness, she's acknowledging your problem-solving skills, emotional intelligence, and ability to stay composed under pressure. These are qualities that show your inner strength and character, things that go far beyond surface-level attributes, in contrast to a casual compliment. Like, "You look good today," a thoughtful one. Like, "I noticed how considerate you were when you listened to everyone's ideas at the meeting," is a reminder that she values your thoughtfulness and the way you treat others. It shows that she appreciates not just your external qualities, but your inner qualities that make you who you are. 2. She sees beyond the surface-level attributes, while compliments about appearance such as you look handsome or you have great style are nice to receive. They don't always reflect a deeper connection. Thoughtful compliments, on the other hand, often highlight your personality traits, values, and actions. When a woman compliments you on qualities like your kindness, your integrity, or your ability to stay calm in a challenging situation, it shows she's seeing beyond the surface and recognizing the traits that make you truly unique. For instance, she might say, "I really admire how you're always willing to help others, without expecting anything in return." This kind of compliment reflects an appreciation of your character and values, qualities that have a lasting impact and create a sense of trust and respect. It indicates that she's not only focused on your external qualities, but is genuinely interested in who you are as a person. When someone notices and appreciates qualities like generosity, patience, and humility, it speaks to a deeper connection. Thoughtful. Compliments are often about these lasting qualities because they have more meaning and depth than temporary characteristics. She's showing that she values the essence of who you are not just how you look or what you do in the moment. 3. She wants to build a connection and trust. A thoughtful compliment is not just about making you feel good. It's often a way for someone to build rapport, trust, and a sense of mutual appreciation. Compliments that go beyond superficial observations create an emotional bond and signal that the person giving the compliment feels comfortable and open with you. For example, if a woman says, "I really appreciate how honest and open you were with me the other day," it shows she values not just the conversation itself, but the trust that was built during that exchange. She's expressing that she feels comfortable enough to be vulnerable and connect with you on a deeper level. Thoughtful compliments like these create a sense of emotional intimacy where both individuals feel understood, heard, and respected. This type of compliment is particularly meaningful in the context of any relationship, whether it's professional or personal. It's an invitation to continue strengthening that bond and deepening the trust between both people. When someone acknowledges and appreciates the emotional effort you put into your interactions, it signals that they value the connection you share. 4. She acknowledges your strengths and talents. Another powerful aspect of a thoughtful compliment is that it often highlights your strengths and talents. When someone compliments your abilities, whether it's in your work, your hobbies, or how you interact with others, it shows that they recognize your worth and the unique skills you bring to the table. For instance, if you've been working hard on a project and she says, "I've been really impressed by how dedicated you are to this. Your attention to detail is incredible." She's not just acknowledging your hard work, but she's also recognizing the specific qualities that contribute to your success, your commitment, focus, and ability to execute tasks effectively. This type of compliment reinforces the value of your skills and shows that your efforts are being noticed and appreciated. What's important here is that these compliments are not just about praising something easy to observe, like appearance or personality, but also about recognizing the work you put in and the way you use your talents to make a difference. These compliments go beyond the superficial and speak to the core of what makes you successful and capable. 5. She wants to uplift you and reinforce your worth. Finally, a thoughtful compliment is often a way for someone to uplift and encourage you. It's a reminder that you are appreciated, valued, and that your presence or actions have a positive impact on the people around you. This type of compliment can be a source of emotional support and reassurance, especially during challenging times. For example, if you've been feeling down about a personal or professional setback, and she says, "I've seen how hard you've been working, and I know you'll find a way to make it through. Your perseverance is something I admire." She's not just complimenting you in the moment, but she's reinforcing your inner strength and resilience. This type of praise can motivate and inspire you to keep going and remind you that you're capable of overcoming obstacles. Compliments like this can help build your confidence and remind you of your worth. When someone takes the time to offer thoughtful praise, it can have a lasting positive effect on your self-esteem and your perspective on challenges. It's an affirmation that you're on the right path, and it can encourage you to continue striving toward your goals. Why thoughtful compliments matter. Now that we've explored the meaning behind thoughtful compliments, it's important to understand why they matter. Compliments are an essential part of human interaction because they help build trust, foster emotional connections, and reinforce positive behaviors. When given thoughtfully, they go beyond surface-level exchanges and create deeper, more meaningful connections between people. Thoughtful compliments allow individuals to see each other in a more authentic light and create an environment where both people feel respected and appreciated. They strengthen relationships by highlighting the qualities and actions that truly matter, and they encourage positive growth and self-awareness. Additionally, thoughtful compliments promote open communication and vulnerability. They invite people to share more of themselves, knowing that they are being seen and valued for who they truly are. Number 7. She asks about your life. When a woman shows genuine curiosity about your life, it's a sign she values you and wants to get to know you better. Unlike small talk or casual questions, when she's asking you about your life, it typically indicates a deeper interest and investment in who you are as a person. She wants to understand what drives you. One of the primary reasons a woman may ask about your life is to understand what motivates you. The question she asks may not be directly related to what you do for a living, but rather what inspires you to do it. She may ask about your passions, the reasons you get out of bed in the morning, or what you strive toward. This type of curiosity goes far beyond casual interest in your job or hobbies. It's an attempt to understand the core of what makes you tick. The depth of curiosity when someone asks about what drives you. It indicates that they want to understand what makes you passionate and what gives you purpose. This is a deeper form of communication and an invitation for you to share your values, goals, and motivations. It's important to recognize that this isn't a superficial conversation. It's a way for her to connect with you on a deeper emotional and intellectual level. Why it matters. People who are genuinely interested in your drive are often looking for commonalities between your passions and their own. They're trying to assess whether your values align and whether your life's goals are compatible with their own. If she is asking these kinds of questions, it's a sign that she sees potential for a more meaningful connection, whether it's a deeper friendship or a potential romantic relationship. 2, she's interested in your story. When someone asks about your life, they're often looking to hear about your past experiences. A woman may inquire about your childhood, where you grew up, or how you got to where you are today. These questions aren't about prying into your personal affairs. They're about understanding the journey that shaped you as a person. The power of storytelling. Your personal story has the power to reveal so much about who you are, your challenges, triumphs, mistakes, and victories. When someone shows interest in your life story, it's an indication that they see you as more than just a person. They meet every day. They see you as an individual with experiences, emotions, and a history that makes you unique. Sharing your story allows for connection on a deeper level. It opens up opportunities for empathy, understanding, and meaningful exchanges in return. You also have the chance to learn about her own story, creating a dynamic exchange of experiences that can bring two people closer together. Why it matters when a woman asks about your life story. It's her way of learning more about the person you've become through your life experiences. She wants to understand what has shaped you, what challenges you faced, and how those challenges have contributed to your personal growth. It shows that she cares about the complexities of your past and is interested in how they relate to your present and future. 3. She values your perspective. People who ask about your life often seek your perspective on various issues. These questions may not always be directly related to your personal history, but rather to how you view the world around you. Whether she's asking about your thoughts on a current event, your take on a controversial issue, or how you deal with life's challenges. She's trying to understand your worldview, the importance of your insights. Asking for someone's perspective is a sign of respect. It shows that she values your opinion and is interested in how you think. Women who ask about your perspective are typically trying to understand your approach to problems, your values, and your decision-making process. They want to know how you react in certain situations and what guides your actions. This is especially important in the context of potential romantic relationships, as it helps to assess compatibility in terms of worldview and beliefs. Why it matters. A person's perspective on life is deeply personal. It reflects their experiences, values, and priorities. When a woman asks about your perspective, she's demonstrating that she values you, not just for who you are on the surface, but for the way you think, solve problems, and interact with the world. This kind of communication can serve as the foundation for a strong, respectful relationship built on mutual understanding and appreciation. 4. She wants to connect on a personal level. Women often ask about your life to find common ground. If she asks questions about your hobbies, interests, or what you like to do in your free time, it's because she's trying to find out if there are activities or interests you share. By identifying shared experience or passions, she can build a stronger personal connection with you.